So these people from all different life circumstances come to our clinic because they have reached the end of their power. Their willpower has failed, and they need help. The book that I wrote is actually an ebook or an audiobook, and it is to give hope for this community. I also have an online course that is on my website too. But here's the deal. Everyone comes in with a different idea about power, about willpower, and about a higher power. Most of us think this higher power is a lot like our parents until we realize that that is what we are thinking. And we have to start rethinking our picture of higher power. Now, it's interesting because research supports the idea that believing there is a good and kind divine power beyond you that is interested in helping you actually makes your outcome better. But, good news, for the atheists in the crowd, atheists recover too. And in fact, atheists do really well in NA. The research supports it. But anyway, we hear people say, oh, just have faith. You just need to have more faith. You just need to try harder and believe more and have faith. But you know what? It's really a struggle. When it seems like your life has not been good and your prayers haven't been answered, what do you do? What if you can't believe in a divine goodness? When I was a first-year medical student, I found myself surrounded by textbooks filled with disease, surrounded by stories of how people die, and surrounded by homeless people with mental illness on the streets of Memphis. And I too was awash in my own emotional pain. And suddenly, all of my faith was gone. I thought there was a being, like some divine being, but I had no feeling of a faith in a good God. If there was a God, he was very unfeeling. He really didn't care. Like he had no clue how bad it really was down here. Can anyone relate to that feeling? At that point, I could only find comfort in the books and writings of atheists and questioners, not in those with faith in God. I avoided smiley, happy, clappy Christians who did not understand how bad the world really was. Now, what I believe now is that I was actually leaving my old childhood naive faith and entering the world, the difficult worlds where you had to struggle with those questions. Because of my long and difficult struggle with questioning whether the divine was good, I will not ever talk about this lightly. I couldn't fake it, I couldn't force it, and I couldn't just swallow it. It had to be from within me, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. So believing in a power greater than ourselves and believing this power can be beneficent is one of the deepest human needs we face, and the lack of this is one of our greatest pains. The 12 steps include recommending a higher power. We came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. We made a decision to turn our will and lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. God is mentioned in several steps. But what about all the people who do not go to 12-step groups? There are lots and lots who just struggle. They don't go into these 12-step groups. I see these people a lot. So believing in a power greater than ourselves and believing this power can be beneficent is a need. But where do you start if you don't have that? You notice. You just begin to notice. And this is about to get medical. You notice. You stop and look. What is gentle in the world? In my despair, I would walk around the apartment compound, sitting on outside benches and staring at trees and crepe myrtles. The wind would blow them gently back and forth. The shades of green and blue would mix. The branches would bow and would restore their positions. The leaves made soft sounds, almost like clapping. I would watch the trees moving and think, could a mean power have made these? Notice what is kind in the world. I remember another time talking with a friend discussing how difficult it was to believe in a kind, tender-hearted divine power. She said, well, could a creator have made someone more kind than he or she is? I thought, well, I don't think so. I don't think kindness can just come out of nothing. Notice what has come your way that you could not have arranged. Something out of the blue. What has landed in your life like a gift? What has come your way that you could not have orchestrated? Okay, so this brings me to my second point. You notice, and then you experience appreciation, thankfulness, and gratitude. Okay, so I was a pretty cranky, crotchety medical student. And I carried that trait into residency, and then I carried that trait after residency. I really believed that I had very little to be grateful for. Then I was given a puppy, a Cocker Spaniel puppy. They were barky and annoying. I don't like Cocker Spaniels. But after about, maybe 1 hour, I changed my mind. The puppy grew into my best friend who lived with me for 17 years. The longer she lived, the more I relished in the gift that she was to me. A gift out of the blue. A gift I didn't know that I needed. So then my friend who had said, hey, can God make someone more kind than he is, says to me, hey, I've got an idea. Let's do a 30-day gratitude challenge. I'm like, yeah, right. Please. Okay. So I start my list. My dog, coffee. And day 2, I got my dog and coffee. And day 3, I go, well, no, I don't know. I might be, maybe my dog and coffee and a few of my friends, just a few. Well, in this couch I'm sitting on, I do like this couch. And the paint color. I like the paint on the walls. Okay, so I got my thing. But what is wacky is that as I did that gratitude list, and I started that about 7 or 8 years ago, I started becoming grateful. And what I realized is that people make gratitude lists not because they are grateful, but to learn how to feel grateful. Well, holy moly, does feeling grateful feel good. Okay, now guess what? This is good news. That's kind of Nashville. Good news, people. This is good news. Okay, I have to jump back into some medical cool stuff. Medical facts. Noticing and gratitude are practices that actually have scientific studies backing them in recovery and in the treatment of PTSD. The practice of stopping to notice what is around you, what you see, feel, taste, smell, touch. This is actually mindfulness. Mindfulness meditation has been shown to lift depressed moods, to reduce post-traumatic stress symptoms, and to help people recover from substance addictions. And I will say, I had a patient who recovered all the way with just mindfulness. He practiced it every single day for 30 minutes every morning. Gratitude practices raise dopamine and serotonin. And dopamine is the neurotransmitter that makes you feel so good. It's the common denominator of addictions. Okay, but, all right, that's great. We got noticing, we got gratitude, awesome, yay for all that. But what if noticing and gratitude is not enough? Okay, so a couple of years ago when I was diagnosed with breast cancer and then found out it had moved into a lymph node, again, I lost my footing. Noticing and gratitude were not enough at all. I was at my wit's end and I just plain old needed help. After my surgery during chemo, I would read and reread and reread this one little verse from the New Testament, from Philippians. It's from Philippians 4. And I would write it in my own words every day. The Lord is nearer than you believe. You don't have to be anxious about anything. But in every single thing, by asking and praying, you can let your request be made known to the Lord. Then just relax, give thanks. The peace that's beyond trying to solve it all or understand it all will surround you and will guard your heart and mind in Jesus. So I decided to just turn that into my daily practice, and that is actually what I do every day now. So my latest practice to peace is 3 parts. Every morning, I get up, have my coffee, have my journal. I pour out my requests for everything. I need help. I need help. I need help. I need help. And everything I need help on, I just pour it out. Then I notice and think about what is good, what has come into my life like a gift. And then I write, thank you for the gift. And so I have got this as a free download. If anyone is interested, you can visit www.quitpainpills.com/faith. That's www.quitpainpills.com/faith. And it will be the free download of that practice. Also, there's a www.quitpainpills.com/Hope Rocks page. It's got 20% discount on any course or book or audiobook or anything on there. Anyway, I sure hope that this has resonated with you, and I just want to thank you so much. Thank you, Joe. My heart is full of gratitude, and my deepest gratitude to you guys for listening.
Thank you, Dr. Cole. Will you have books available in the pavilion?
I do not have books, but I have e-books in a web, like a coupon code e-book wise. So no paper books.
Would you be available in the pavilion if people want to talk with you informally?
Yes.
All right, so Dr. Cole, among many of the other presenters, will be in the pavilion for a little while. If you want to share or talk with them in private or in a smaller area, please go see them. They're here for you. We're all here for you. Your hands together one more time for Dr. Leslie Cole.